In the last period, we had started lesson number 2 of history, which was India, events after 1960s. And in that period, what did we see? Yes, we saw the period after independence. What happened? Who was our first prime minister? Who was our second prime minister? Who was our third prime minister? And when our first prime minister was chosen, what things he had given more importance for developments he brought? Then in which period he expired? After that, after Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was our second prime minister? Yes, it was Lalu Shastri. He passed away in the year 1965. After him, our third prime minister was chosen. And who was she? Yes, she was the first lady prime minister and third prime minister of India, that is Mrs. Indira Gandhi. She was elected as a prime minister in the year 1966. And when she became the prime minister, that time she had emphasized on solving the policies of Pakistan, which were very oppressive from the eastern side of India. Now we are going to see the next point, that is 1970s. Okay, this is our topic for today. That is, let us see what has happened in 1970s. Now, there was a war in 1971. War. Okay, just look into the textbooks. The 1971 war between India and Pakistan led to a creation of independent country called Bangladesh. Now there was a war between whom? India and Pakistan. And because of this war, what happened? Bangladesh got an recognition as a separate country. This was the result of the war that was fought between India and Pakistan in the year 1971. And because of this, a third country was formed, or Bangladesh was recognized as an independent country. Then, as a part of India's policy to use atomic energy for peaceful purposes, India successfully carried out an underground test of an atomic device and Pokhran in Rajasthan in the year 1974. So after this, what happened? In 1974, at Pokhran in Rajasthan, an activity was carried out. And what was that activity? It was an underground test. Underground test of what? Of atomic device. Of an atomic device. Where was it done? It was done at Pokhran. And where is Pokhran? It is in Rajasthan. Okay. So what important event took place in 1970s? First was there was a war between India and Pakistan, and after this war Bangladesh was recognized as an independent country. Later on, what happened? In the year 1974, a test was made that was called as an underground test of what? Atomic device. This particular test was done at Pokhran in Rajasthan. Now why Pokhran was chosen in Rajasthan? Because see the next information that is given over here, that okay, nothing related to it is given, but I should tell you more information about this. That Pokhran was chosen because when an atomic device was tested, it was going to destroy a huge area, and that is why Pokhran was such an area in Rajasthan where till far end, means till a long distance, there was no living body found, and that is why this place was considered to be suitable, that if this atomic device is tested, it is not going to destroy any of the living being. So it was chosen for taking the taste of the atomic device. Then later in 1975, In 1975, what happened? The people of Sikkim voted for joining Indian Republic and Sikkim became a full-fledged state in Indian Federation. So here now the people of Sikkim, what happened? They voted for joining Indian Republic, means they wanted to join Indian Republic. Who were they? Sikkim people. And henceforward what happened? It became a full-fledged state, means it was recognized as an independent state. Okay? I shall write it down. Independent state. Now who was recognized as an independent state? Sikkim. And in which year? In the year 1975. Then during this decade, that is during this period of 1975, the political situation in India grew unstable. Now see, first we saw Bangladesh, it got separated from India, it was recognized as an independent country. Now Sikkim, they also established an independent state, and that is when all the people in India, now they all became unstable. Everyone wanted to form their own state, and that is why the political situation of India became unstable. The Allahabad High Court gave the verdict in 1974 that Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister, had misused the government machinery during her election campaign. So now what was the government? The government in 1974, they had blamed Indira Gandhi that she has misused the rights given to her. And when she misused it, Indira Gandhi has misused her power. Misused powers during election. Now we all know that what is happening when the elections are coming closer. All the people in any manner they want to can say they personally come to our houses. They want to impress the people of the society, and then they give a big, what you can say, lecture. We will do this, we will do that, and all so many things are. These are the promises they are giving us. So, what is the intention behind that? To impress us, so that we will be attracted, we will be interested in giving them votes. So, this was the name put up on Indira Gandhi that in 1974, when the elections were held, she had misused her powers. And then what happened? It led to nationwide strikes and protests. So now many people who did not like this, or the people who were voting in her, they knew that whether she had really misused or no. This is something only just done to, what you can say, take away the position of Prime Minister from Indira Gandhi. So many of the people, they started going on strikes, and many of the people, when the strikes were conducted, the common people tried to protest them, means to protect them or support them. During this period, the situation became more complicated due to the movement led by Jayaprakash Narayan. What happened now? Because of this particular blame put upon Indira Gandhi, many particular things like nationwide strikes had started. Nationwide strikes had started. Okay, and now what happened? Jayaprakash Narayan. What did this person do? It led to nationwide strikes and protests. Okay, sorry. During this day, the situation became more complicated due to the movement started by Jayaprakash Narayan. So when nationwide strikes were started, after that, because of this particular idea given up by Jayaprakash Narayan, many particular conflicts, many particular fights between the people all over India had started. And the situation of law and order in the country worsened, and the government declared a state of national emergency based on the constitutional provisions relating to emergency. So now you all know then the government had to take a quick decision, and immediately in whole of our country, all the schools, offices, everything was totally closed. So this was an emergency decision that the government had to take. And in the same way, in this period also, a situation arrived when immediate actions had to be taken. During this turbulent period, the fundamental rights of Indian citizens were suspended. So all the rights given to Indian citizens, they were suspended, means they were taken away. Why? Because of the conflicts that had become more and more complicated. Now complicated means no particular person was able to come to a conclusion that what exactly is happening and what exactly we have to do. Whether we have to follow this particular path, whether we have to support Indira Gandhi, or whether we have to listen to the decisions given by Jayaprakash Nayak or any other particular political parties. And that is why the rights given to the people, they were taken away, which is called as suspended. Then, due to the emergency, the Indian administration became disciplined, but the human rights were restricted, and the period of national emergency lasted from 1975 to 1977, and after that, general elections were conducted. So what happened now? These rights were suspended from the period of 1975 to 1977, and after that, total, when all the things from 1975 to 1977 were restricted, everything had become, what you can say, all the things were not working properly, they decided to again conduct general elections. So this situation lasted for how many years? For 2 years, from 1975 to 1977. And when they came to know that there is no particular conclusion coming out of it, general elections have to be taken. Okay? Then, on the background of emergency, many opposition parties came together and formed a party called the Janata Party. And now here what happened? Many parties they came together and a single party was formed, which is called as Janata Party. Okay. Then the Congress party led by Indira Gandhi was roundly defeated by this newly formed party. So now Indira Gandhi, she was belonging to which party? Congress party. In olden days there were only two parties. At the beginning there was only one party, that was Congress party. Later on, when many elections were held, where we have seen this year, that many powerful political parties were formed, but again all the people they came together during the general party. They all together formed one single party, which is called the Janata Party. And because of this all political leaders coming together, now Janata Party had become more united, more powerful, and that is why Indira Gandhi, she was a member, she was belonging to Congress party, and this party was defeated. Okay. And Morarji Desai became the Prime Minister, but under his leadership, the Janata Party could not last long due to internal differences. So when Congress Party was defeated, Janata Party came into power, and who was our fourth Prime Minister? Fourth PM, right? Morarji Desai. Yes. So as Congress Party was defeated, Indira Gandhi was no more the Prime Minister of India. So now new Prime Minister belonging to Janata Party was elected, and who was that person? Morarji Desai. But due to internal differences among the people, Morarji Desai could not work for a longer period as a Prime Minister. And then what happened? Again, Charan Singh succeeded him. So as he could not last long, fifth Prime Minister was appointed. And who was he? can say. Okay. And afterwards what happened now? But even his government was short-lived. So he could also not last long as a prime minister. That is, he could not work for a longer period as a prime minister. And hence what happened? Elections were conducted once again in the year 1980. And again, Congress party came into power. Okay. It was defeated in the year 1977. After that, two prime ministers were elected. Both were given a chance to work as a prime minister, but they were not successful. And hence, again, Indira Gandhi, she became the sixth prime minister of India in the year 1980. And now what happened? She was again proved to be a great leader. Okay, so all these are the points which are belonging to the period of 1970s. So please take down all these points as it is, so that after going home you can again once again revise this points. So thank you students. This was our lecture for today.